Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, or whenever you're watching this. This is me having a tug of war with one of the famous Windmill Fishery carp, and believe me, these fish fight really hard, for those who don't know. Now, I've just pulled this fish basically out of the reeds. I'm not fishing right in him. I'm probably about, I don't know, 12 inches, maybe a foot away, tops. So 12 inches is a foot. But, yeah, not for the faint-hearted. And if you ain't got a very strong pole, then you don't want to be fishing down the edge, to be honest. On these pegs, not all the pegs are like this. So the peg I've drawn here, peg 10, you could fish to the barren bank to the right. But to be honest with you, with reeds that's 4 foot deep, it's probably got 3 foot of fish in it. So, if they come out to play, then happy days. But it is been a bit frustrating. So a match a few weeks ago, drew peg 14. Great peg again, which is dead opposite where I am now. Got destroyed. Drew peg 11, another absolute screamer, and got destroyed. I got a little bit closer today. Drawn peg 10, very good peg. Didn't lose some money today. It's notorious for losing a few. I did lose 4 down the edge, but I believe I've got 9 out, something like that. And to be fair, because the edges are quite deep, it's probably a good 4 foot against the edge. Then they are quite awkward to fish, so I've opted to fish paste. Nice heavy bait. I'm not sure about maybe our pellets could be maybe a bit better paste. I don't know. I don't seem to be able to catch on it on this lake at the moment. Last 3 matches I've fished, including this one, I haven't done very well. However, quite a few anglers are catching on it, so I don't know. As in they're framing on it as well and winning. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing it right or wrong, but I definitely feel that my rigs and setup is a lot better than what it had been. So I don't tell lies. So this is going to be quite savage. I've got 030 straight through, so absolutely no prisoners whatsoever. So I'm hoping I ain't going to get in them reeds, because if I get in them reeds, I'm going to be in trouble. And lucky enough, I hadn't been this match. So 030 straight through. Could be worth fishing hook length if you I felt that they were going to take you in there or something. But to be honest with you, fishing a short kit with 3.5 elastic ain't really going to take many prisoners, to be honest. Now your pole has to be up with it. Alright, so there's lots of good poles on the market that are strong. So I just got a Maver definition, but hey, my old Comet poles were very good. Shimano poles were very good. But the thing is you need a pole that's gonna be a bit longer as well. So this is like 13 meters. This does go to 14 and a half. So some short margin poles only go like 8 meters, 10 meters, which might not be enough on some pegs. Now, what I've learned is you can't just put a bit of elastic just through a kit. In other words, like you could just put Dacron in and then say use 12 inches of elastic. That can't happen, because the trouble is when you pull these fish out of the reeds, they're not being funny, they're going to run. Now, if you've got like ridiculously short amount of elastic, then I'm not being funny, no matter what pole you got, unless it's a scaffolding pole, it's undoubtedly going to break, which is something obviously you don't want. Now, for them who might hate me for fishing this, it's a lot better to fish heavy gear, get the fish out, rather than breaking rigs and leaving hook lengths in fish, which is obviously something you definitely don't want to be doing. So as you can see, look, this fish has took me into the reeds. Now, because I haven't let up, I've held it up, and I've been a little bit lucky, I have managed to get it out. Now, I did have one fish that did take me in there, not the pool, but I did get half my rig back. But
You impressed?
yeah, the fish come off, so it wasn't like it was tethered up or anything like that.
What? So you put the poles have gone up. Freaking joke, as soon as you strike so hard, pull so hard, it's still in there.
So fine margins, really. Pardon the pun, fine margins, because I definitely wasn't fine what I was fishing. Um, this end of the lake seemed to fish a bit tougher, or am I just making excuses? I don't know. So £120 won it. There's been £100, and then there's been a 90, a couple of 80s, and then my 77. Now the fish are probably averaging. Some of the fish down the edge are small. They're only like 3 pounders. They're the ones that are real nuts. You got to be careful they don't take you in them reeds. Now on this gear, I like to think that I've got sorted out. I would say probably average stamp is probably, yeah, five-ish, £5 to £7. So you don't really need that many fish. Now there's a few bigger ones. This one's quite a big one. I thought I'd take my time with this. Didn't want to pull too hard. I wasn't scared of getting broke. I just didn't want to pull out. So I needed another productive line, really. I never caught short, which was really disappointing. And after, like, first hour, I've caught 3 fish on the method, then one down the edge in the first hour, and then it's gone dead. And then maybe 2 hours in, I've had 2 on the method, and then they just never come back. I've set the camera up for like the last sort of 3 hours, and it's been a little bit painful, really. I had a little bit of a flurry, and then they just sort of backed off. So, yeah, on to the next one. Fishing next week. There's all the weights. So well done, Mr. Saunders, for winning. I look forward to next weekend with my mate Derek.